Happy Monday.
It's Revenue Day.
It's Revenue Day.
Who knows about Revenue Day?
I'm just waiting for Paul to get here.
Yes, I'm here.
He's here. Always waiting on him.
Like a mouse. My shirt. Okay. What's up, dudes and dudettes?
What up? Guys, we had like, how many extra people are jumping on?
I don't know, but it was like
What
50 in the last
doing?
day, so I don't know what y'all are doing, but I'm glad you're doing it.
This is exciting.
So yeah, we're super pumped that you're on with us. Happy Monday, everyone. We love Mondays. Let me tell you why. If you're not loving Mondays, we need to talk. Yeah. So, a lot of cool stuff we want to cover. But yeah, we're diving right in to the 2-week turnaround today. I know a lot of you guys that have joined us recently, we haven't covered this in about 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. So, thanks for hanging on. But we're going to get into some serious details, building new habits, creating new momentum, and moving your life and business in a positive direction. But first, my name is Paul.
My name is Lynette. Crazy. He wakes up, literally.
This is no e-shots. This is no e-shots.
No
This is
e-shots.
just me.
He wakes up happy. It's the cutest thing.
It's ridiculous.
He's smiling. Anyway, every morning. Oh, did y'all get up at 5 a.m. like we did? Okay.
Oh yeah, 5 a.m. club. Hashtag.
Okay, so hashtag 5 a.m. club, right? So mine wasn't as organized as it should have been. So we're gonna revamp this whole 5 a.m. club for everybody.
There should be some method to your madness.
I thought whatever I did this morning was not working, so I had to move like water, right? So this is what we're all going to do at 5 a.m. collectively, all together. Since we're all in this 90-day game plan, right? We're all going to try our hardest to get up at 5 a.m. because we get most things accomplished between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. with no distractions. But there needs to be a strategic way that you need to get up at 5 a.m. and that is to not get on Facebook. So put your phone down. I know it's very, it's kind of like it's an addiction almost.
It is.
Especially when you're building your business on social media, but put the phone away when you get up at 5 a.m., no phone. And the first 20 minutes of your 5 a.m. club, you're going to spend in whether it's meditation, prayer, or, light.
Reflection.
Yeah.
Maybe in a state of, thinking about what you're grateful for, or...
No, that's part 2.
Oh.
That's part 2.
My bad. My bad.
See, he messed up too.
I thought part 2 was...
No, just
planning.
wait, hold on. The first 20 minutes.
I messed it up.
Spend time in prayer, meditation, or light stretching or exercise. Gets the blood flowing, gets you open, and in the next 20 minutes, you want to You want to spend time in planning, and this is maybe writing in your gratitude journal, like Paul was saying, or there was something else.
Planning out your day.
Planning out your day. So you remember, because we're going to go into the 2-week turnaround and the rule of 5, so you're going to be writing your daily goals during the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be a perfect time to write down your daily goals.
Thank you, goals.
And also, if you like, I like to do this, is I like to write down my affirmations on a consistent basis and then say them throughout the day. So
okay. And then the last 20 minutes you'll be spending learning, and that includes reading. How many books are you guys reading? Because me and Paul are
book fiends.
Yeah, we read all the time. Because Lord, I needed it. All right. That was a hot mess. Still am. Okay, so today we've gotten hundreds of messages. Hundreds. And we can't get to all of them fast enough. They are the most beautiful messages, so thank you guys. But we need to talk about something really important. Paul mentioned something today, and I was like, oh, we got to talk about that today because many of you are still what's on the crazy train, and we need to manage this crazy train. We do need to go into the 2-week turnaround, but as Paul and I teach you, remember we teach you new 2.0 methods. Not to say that the old school methods of doing business doesn't work. We are in the fast times of doing things on the internet, Facebook and Instagram, and working on the phone. So, why work harder? work smarter, and we can do things much more efficient and much more faster implementing 2.0 methods. But with that said, Paul and I always teach energy first and technique and mechanics second. But you can't get the technique and the mechanics right until you manage your crazy train, until you manage your emotions and get your energy aligned. So the other day I taught you about gratitude, right? Raising your frequency, raising your vibration, those kinds of things. That's part of it. But I want Paul to kind of go into what some of you are doing, and it's really holding you back. And we don't want that to hold you back anymore, because we're in the middle of massive momentum with a 90-day game plan. If we can just fine-tune and tweak some of this internal junk that some of you are still thinking, how much more is your business going to grow? Yeah. So it's really important. So listen up for this part, and then we'll go into the 2-week turnaround, especially if you're brand new and you've never seen Paul and I train. This 2-week turnaround will shift your business regardless of how long you've been in the business. If you've plateaued, or even if you're brand new, the 2-week turnaround will shift your business.
It will.
We are getting messages after messages that it is shifting their business. But first things first, we need to get off this crazy train. Okay?
Crazy train management, guys. Who is running your train? It should be you. But here's the reason we're kind of thinking about this and talking about this earlier. We all know the rules of the game, and for those of you that don't, I'm going to lightly breeze over them, but we're going to see how this ties into everything that we talk about. The rules of the game, number one, is you're 100% responsible for all your efforts and all your results, okay? Rule number two is the energy first, mechanics and technique second, which Lynette was just talking about. Rule number three is detaching yourself from the outcome, working without expectation or emotion. You know, putting all your emotion and expectation into the goal and the dreams that you have. And then lastly, the number four of the rules of the game is be like water. You want to learn to flow. Now, how does this all tie in? Well, we're talking about when she's saying that you need to get your energy right or those mechanics and techniques won't work. We're talking about that, you know, in order to make this work on a consistent basis, you have to be in a space where you can do the same repetitive, monotonous, unsexy, boring, sometimes,
it ain't sexy.
Yeah, just kind of just a regular mundane actions every single day. You need to be able to do those in a state of gratitude and expectation for your goal, not for an outcome on the work, okay? That's the energy we're talking about. Is the energy comes from the goals, the affirmations, the expectation of reaching those goals, the passion behind what you're doing. So when we're talking about that, we're talking about how that fits in. You have to take a conscious, responsible effort to manage your emotions.
Now, guys, this is really key.
Okay.
Because it doesn't come natural.
Not at all.
And what we're talking about is, because we do a lot of our business on social media, and many of you will be writing a post or you're wanting to comment and you start second guessing yourself. I did that. Stop doing that, because now you're putting emotion and expectations, and when we go into the 2-week turnaround that we're about to train you on, you need to learn to let go. Yeah. You have to let go. And I'm going to teach you how to change the Facebook algorithm so you'll get more likes and more comments. But for right now, you've got to learn this habit.
Right, so she's talking about you got to get the energy first. She'll teach you about the techniques, okay? But along with that thought process, we also need to know that when we're taking responsibility for our emotions, right? Because it's part of the rules of the game. You're 100% responsible for everything in your life. You can't change a habit. You can only replace it with a more positive, impactful one. Okay. Just like you can't change an emotion without replacing it with a better emotion. So when we're talking about this, she was talking about when she used to post, and when I used to post too, we would have this expectation, maybe this anxiety or a little bit of this hope and kind of like, you know, nervousness of posting. What are they going to say? Are they going to judge me? You know, how is this going to come across?
If you are a blue or a white listening in, because the majority of your business will be a blue or white, you have no idea what I'm talking about, you still need to go to colorcode.com and figure out if you and your team are either a blue, a red, a white, or a yellow. Blues and whites do this, what he's talking about. Yeah. listen to this up, because this is really important, because you start playing these mind games. I'm not worthy of enough, or my post isn't worthy enough.
Yeah.
Right?
So it goes to these self-worth issues that are part of our core that we haven't worked through, but that's something we can work through, and we'll teach you how to get through that.
Whites, you do it too.
But we're trying to help you skip through all this. You know, as you're building belief, you can still get results. You don't have to be a 10 on belief on everything. If you do the right actions with the right mindset, you can still get the results while the belief is growing, okay? So when we're talking about this, you're questioning yourself, and instead of trying not to have emotion when you're doing your work, replace it with better emotion.
Oh, and Reds will go, well, Reds do this, because I'm red. I'm going to tell them how to eat, or I'm going to tell them they need to exercise, or I'm going to tell them they have to have organic foods. Reds like to tell, right? We're really emotional, and we're like, we got to get this information out, because I need to correct you, because I am right, and I need to correct my audience. None of that either, Reds. You got to soften and tone it down.
So
okay?
It's hard to do that just by getting rid of it. So it's easier to do it if you replace it. Replace it with, I'm going to put this post out there and try to bless somebody's life. I'm going to be grateful for this opportunity to reach somebody new that I haven't reached before. I'm going to focus on the goal of, this is what I want to create for my life. So I'm going to go ahead and post this, because that goal means more to me than feeling judged or feeling less than. Okay?
The whole premise of all of this is just do the work, post, and let it go.
Yeah, post
Your
and let it go.
only job is to just go, say, what Paul and I had to learn to do was, I'll begin a post, or I'll message somebody via text, and just bless it. That in hopes that it will reach somebody that needs to read it or hear it. Let it go. Don't put any more emotion into the post or into the work that is necessary. And some of you even will get offended, or your feelings will get hurt. No crying in this business, Blues. No crying. Please, no crying. Even within your own team, the same thing. You get emotionally attached. You get offended by somebody on your team, or you get your feelings hurt by somebody in your team. Stop doing that, because remember, as Tracy O'Malley told me, if things are happening to you, you're attracting it to yourself. So
yeah,
men cry too. Yes.
And Jill taught us that, you know, nothing is happening to you; it's just happening.
It's just happening.
So that's okay to sit in that space.
That's really important. No emotion into the work. Only emotion into your affirmations and your goals only. Yeah. Okay, make this easy. So he's going to read something. It's not boring, I promise. It's actually really good. Because he goes, Lynette, I got to read something out of it. I'm like, oh my God, don't read to my audience, Paul. But this is important, because leaders are readers.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have learned this if Paul wouldn't have read it to me from this amazing book. Do you want to just show them the name of the book?
This is a book that I've read many times, but I tend to read things, because now that I'm in a new space with my thought processes, I always get new things out of old books. This one is called Mastery. I don't know where the nice color cover went, you know, kind of took it off. It's a hardbound one, but you can find them softbound. And it's an amazing book. I've quoted out of The 48 Laws of Power. It's the same author, Robert Greene. But anyway, let me read this real quick passage. And he's talking about how to approach something that you're learning in your life. And he equates this to learning a musical instrument, or even a new job. In our world, we're relating this to how this fits into the business. And I think you'll be able to hear it pretty clearly.
Yeah, no emotion,
okay?
Right?
So with this in mind, that you're learning a new skill, I'm going to read from here. So it says, although we might enter these new situations of learning this skill with excitement about what we can learn or do with our new skills, we quickly realize how much hard work there is ahead of us. The great danger is that we give into the feelings of boredom, impatience, fear, and confusion. Remember, we talked about how all we do, the stuff we do on a daily basis, is unsexy, and you can kind of get lost in that and quit it, because that is the case. He's talking about the same thing here. And he goes on to say, we stop observing and learning, the process comes to a halt.
Remember when I told you this? Everybody will go into the 2-week turnaround, and then by the second week, all of y'all will start plummeting. Because you're getting bored with this. You're thinking it's not working.
It's not working.
And it's very easy for you to go back to the old ways. So it's really important that you hang on. Keep going, because this is pretty profound.
So yeah, the second part of this I want to read. It says, If, on the other hand, we manage these emotions, remember you're 100% responsible, and allow time to take its course, something remarkable begins to take shape. As we continue to observe and follow the lead of others, we gain clarity, learning the rules and seeing how things work and fit together. If we keep practicing, we gain fluency, basic skills are mastered, allowing us to take on newer and more exciting challenges. We begin to see connections that were invisible to us before. We slowly gain confidence in our ability to solve problems or overcome weaknesses through sheer persistence, meaning that belief is now growing.
Now listen to this, what he's saying. When you start to manage your emotions, your energy starts to rise in vibration automatically, because you don't want to be in the funky, remember all the red, boredom and anger and frustration and fear and all those other funky vibrations that we don't want to be into. When you learn to manage your emotion, you then allow the creativity to begin in your mind. So this is how you begin your more creative posts, your more creative answers. You come up with amazing creative things for your business and for your team. But when you're stuck in the crazy train, creativity cannot exist and cannot flow and come out. Please manage the emotions. Just be very neutral as you can. And you'll go, in the beginning for me, it was a constant battle between the head and the heart, and eventually the heart wins. But this is...
Real quick, the most beautiful thing about the 2-week turnaround is the majority of it is designed to get you off the crazy train, to help you manage the crazy train and get you into the productivity mode of focusing on your goal and doing the effort that it takes to get there.
So how you manage your emotions, gratitude is the number one. That's the easiest thing to do. Happy music, happy movies, happy, those kinds of things. Just, I love going out for a long walk in nature, so you can always go back to balance. We'll go into another episode, but you as the leaders go first. You need to learn to manage your own emotions. We have in our business the new Healthy Mind and Body program. That's a perfect way to begin. For like 60 cents a day, 67 cents a day, you can get on the new program to start balancing your mind and body, right? So I really want to go into this before we go on the 2-week turnaround, because today is Monday. Today is revenue day. It's not paycheck day, it's revenue, because we are business owners and we need to help switch your mind shift from the entrepreneur mindset away from the employee mindset. So
yeah, this is an important distinction here, because we're all in the entrepreneur world now, so we all need to think congruently in that particular.
Pillows. If you've never been with us on Periscope, I'm always saying that we all learn 3 different ways, whether it's auditory, visual, or kinesthetically. That's why we prefer doing these Periscope episodes. And I'm a visual, so I got to bust out my whiteboard. But I need y'all to some of y'all to really understand. Really quickly, I'm going to go through this really quick because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. But we need to go over the 10% formula. 10% formula. Most people in my company, we get paid today. Today is Monday. In our company, we get paid daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. But with today being one of the bigger,
the more consistent pay times, it's on a weekly basis. So
today is not a paycheck day. That is an employee mindset. So don't go get your hair done. Don't get your nails done, ladies. We need to be really responsible now with all of the money that's going to be coming into our business. And you're going to now implement what's called the 10% formula. The 10% formula essentially just means that 10% of your revenue will now go into self-development and a self-development account, a business investment account, and a savings or freedom fund account. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me kind of bring it up a little bit. And then you need to set aside money for taxes as well. Now, Paul and I have 4 savings accounts and 2 checking accounts. So if you can this week, go to your bank and start setting up some savings accounts. I can manage everything from Bank of America from my phone. But you need to start setting money aside. The self-development is the event. So you'll start setting money aside. I'm going to grab that real quick. You need to start saving money on the side for going to events or for books, those kinds of things, or webinars, seminars. Business investments. You want to begin to invest back into your team. Help people get started. Invest in your team. Some of you are wanting to, you keep telling your people to save their pennies. When somebody's ready to go, and something as, you always want to be compliant. If you can help with shipping and handling, if you can help with their membership fee, please do so. People are not only in a health crisis, we are now in a financial crisis. And our company has blessed Paul and I beyond our imagination, and we love giving back. That's the whole purpose of this. You don't want to ever invest everything into anybody. That is not compliant. But what we are saying is you can help somebody with shipping and handling, and membership fees, and just help people get started. Okay, please, you are a CEO of your own company. Start setting money aside so you can get people going. It's so helpful, and it comes back to you tenfold. It's so fun. And you want to have a freedom fund or savings account. So entrepreneurs always pay themselves first. Today is revenue day for us, so start setting money aside. Again, just really quickly, entrepreneurs, we have what's called revenue. We have a prosperity mindset, abundant mindset, long-term vision. We are readers, leaders are readers, and we have what's called delayed gratification. Many of you are still suffering in the employee mindset, which is the most debilitating disease ever.
But guys, I'll be honest with you real quick, because we're going to race through this, but the employee mindset, we've been conditioned. Lynette and I were the same place. We had to fight through these conditionings of a lifetime to get on the other side of this particular board. But with that in mind, it will take a little bit of effort, conscious effort on your part, to start breaking these habits and replacing them with new ones. So just keep that in mind. It's a little bit hard in the beginning. It gets a little messy in the middle, but it's gorgeous at the end. And once you can get these things down, it'll change the way your business shows up.
Employees get paychecks. They have the scarcity mindset, a limited mindset, versus an entrepreneur has the natural abundant. Everything is unlimited for us. They have the short-term vision, and they watch TV. Paul and I do not watch TV. We haven't watched TV in probably 2 years. We don't. We have a TV. We have an amazing TV right behind.
Beautiful TV.
We never watch it ever. And instant gratification, right? Instead of the delayed gratification. But that's just.
This is the reason we're talking about this particular mindset stuff, is because you need to be in a certain space to get the best result. You need to be in that certain energy to get the best result on the mechanics that we're going to teach you now. So we're going to dive right into the 2-week turnaround. If you haven't heard this before, you're in for a treat. If you have heard this before, listen to it in a way that you might be able to pick up something new, okay? And in a way where you can duplicate this to your team. So
please touch on number of accounts, different types.
We have 2 checking and then 4 savings. So we have the savings for self-development, savings for business investment, savings for the Freedom Fund, and then savings for taxes. And then the 2 checking accounts, one is our primary that we do most of our day-to-day interactions with, and then we have one separately for ourselves for bills. That's kind of how we organize it. And we make it real easy.
So essentially what will happen is when we get loaded money onto our ISA wallet, we'll immediately move all of those funds into our primary checking account first. And then whatever bills, car, rent,
whatever,
light, electricity, then we'll move it into the bills checking account. Does that make sense?
And we disperse the rest through the savings.
So just keeps us organized. Otherwise, I've got money all over the place.
So let's dive into the 2-week turnaround. Again, we mentioned crazy train management is the key. If you can manage your emotions to the point where you can continue with your efforts and start to see the clarity of what's happening and start to master the basic skills, you'll start to create the results that you're looking for. So here we go.
So if you're brand new or even seasoned, we need to hit this 2-week turnaround. You need to do a self-assessment check to make sure that you are doing these things. See if you're not missing anything, or maybe you can still fine-tune. And if you're brand new, then make sure you have a pen and paper so you can write this stuff down, because I will take your business to the next level if you implement the 2-week turnaround.
Guys, it just works. It works.
But here's the key. You don't stop doing the 2-week turnaround. It is just to shift your business, and then you will keep continuing implementing the 2-week turnaround for the rest of your career.
Now that's important, because I did want to touch on this. The 2-week turnaround is called the 2-week turnaround because it gives people a framework that within 2 weeks of building these habits, you can turn around your entire business. And you can start to see a shift happen. To be honest with you, it takes about 5 2-week turnarounds to create it into a positive, solid, concrete habit that you'll continue to do for the rest of your career in this industry. But this is something you will repeat over and over again until you're done making money with this industry, which is never.
And we want to get you paid fast.
Yes.
Fast. Okay.
So let's.
2-week turnaround. Everybody breathe real quick. Paying attention. Rule number 1 of the 2-week turnaround. Add value. What in the world does that mean? When you add value to someone's life, actually you will be, over the next 2 weeks, every single day, you will be consciously making the effort to be adding value to people's life. Whether it's a happy birthday, whether it's a compliment, whether it is encouraging somebody. We actually get paid to be professional encouragers.
Wow, guys, take that in. That's true.
Some of you are really struggling in this business, and it is because of this rule. You're not adding enough value to people's lives. We collectively, as one team, must raise the vibration of humanity and help humanity as a whole. That is our job. We are supposed to be what Peter Kelly says, conscious leaders, or conscious leaders, as he says.
Now, guys,
but this is very true. I need you to be really aware of this rule because your business will shift immediately if you begin to add value to people's lives. It is what we have to do as human beings, and this could be online or offline, right?
Guys, I don't want you to miss this. When we're going to talk about the 2-week turnaround, you're going to think that cannot be possible that will shift my business. This seems like it has nothing to do with my business. How is happy birthday to someone going to shift my business? Well, guys, just stick with us. This is going to change the habits, change the energy, and change the results. You guys will see how it'll work, but don't underestimate what she's talking about. Adding value is number 1 for a reason. If you don't know how to add value to somebody's life,
you're missing the point.
Then you will not get anything out of what we're talking about.
Now, I need Reds to understand this because it took me months to figure this out. Reds always want to tell people what to do because we're always in the head, we're always right. But you know what? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
That's so true.
Okay, I was raised in a military family. I was raised, my brother's an attorney, and then I was going to medical school. I was just raised to know everything. But nobody cares. Nobody cares how much you know. All they want to know is, do you care about me? Do you appreciate me? And how do you make people feel when they leave the room? Okay, so add value. Number 2 in the 2-week turnaround is that you will read. And since we are all in the 5 a.m. club, you have no excuse
Guys,
to not read for at least 20 minutes. And if you cannot read for 20 minutes, then just pick 1 page. But the whole idea, as most leaders talk about, is readers or leaders or readers is, but why read? Not only does it shift your mindset, but you now begin to absorb the energy of the success author.
Guys, this is key because you're actually downloading, so to speak, the energy of the author, the energy behind what Robert Greene was talking about when he was talking about mastery. He put in hours and hours, and these authors put in so many years of research.
Of the millionaire mind.
Research and contemplation and reflection and writing and rewriting and hashing out the very distilled information that is now in a book, and we get to consume it and then absorb it, right? This will change your life.
Motivation Manifesto by Brendon Burchard. Brilliant, brilliant man. Jack Canfield, he's one of our millionaires in our business, right? The Success Principles, amazing book. Just find whatever book.
We're not talking about science fiction. We're not talking about romance novels, and we're not talking about fiction. We're talking about a success-driven or industry-driven, depending on your industry-driven book that you can learn something new, implement something new, create a new mindset and a new mind shift with.
And this is something you'll do every single day. Right, so every single day you'll be adding value. You'll be consciously looking for something or to add value to someone's life, whether it's online and offline.
Yeah.
Number 2 of the 2-week turnaround, you will be reading every single day.
Now guys, again,
Okay.
it can be 1 page a day or it can be 20 minutes a day, but regardless, stay consistent on what you start with, and you can bump it up later. Just stay consistent.
Number 3 of the 2-week turnaround is branding. You will brand yourself 5 times a day minimum. Now that we're in the 90-day game plan, I'm kicking this up a notch, right? Now I know many of you blues and whites are going, oh my God, 5 times a day? That's a lot. People are going to hate me.
I'm going to annoy my friends, everything.
But I want to
We're going to teach you that that's not the case.
I want to reemphasize that there is a brand new Facebook algorithm, and you will not be bothering anybody, I promise you. And if you want to test this theory, then pick 5 of the best of friends that you have on Facebook, go to their page and scroll through their page. I guarantee you haven't seen half of them. Okay? Because the way the new Facebook algorithm works, I promise half of the people aren't even seeing your posts until I teach you how to manipulate the Facebook algorithm. But you need to get into the habit to make sure that you are branding yourself 5 times a day. And here is how you will brand yourself 5 times a day.
We don't leave you hanging. We're going to give you all the
So it makes no difference what company that you're in. You're still going to brand yourself five times a day. The first brand or the first post that you will do is a wealth quote. Now, please write this down, leaders. Do not share. Many of you are still sharing. I don't want you ever to touch the share button again.
For example,
Okay.
I put up a great wealth quote and then you share my quote with my name in your post.
Don't ever do that.
Just steal it.
Steal. Please steal all of my stuff if it's working for me. I want it to work for you. We are professional thieves, if you will. But I want you to start branding yourself as a leader, no longer a follower. And blues and whites, you have a tendency to do that. So please don't share. So the first brand, you want to use some type of wealth or success quote. The second post you will do is a health quote or whatever. I think some of you may be in a beauty type industry, so maybe you want to do like a beauty quote. But in our case, we are in the health and wellness industry, so I'm going to do a health quote just because I want people to know that I am on a health kick, that I am changing my life into going into the healthy direction, organic, something like that. The third post that I want you to do is some type of body transformation post. Again, don't share, but you do want to implement. Now, yellows, you love to just post a before and after and go, great transformation, and then you leave. Yellows,
Guys,
come back. Focus,
here.
yellows, focus. Because if you put a body transformation, people need to know that it's you who has the solution that can help them. So don't leave people hanging. In our business, we love using hashtag, I'll repeat them. Hashtag nutritional cleanse or hashtag superfood nutrition. You never want to blast your company's name. The fourth post will be some type of lifestyle quote or a lifestyle picture. It's you having a picture, whether you want to be at the gym or you just made an organic dinner or you're at a nice restaurant, you're having a salad, but people just need to know that you are truly alive and you're out and about and you're living this lifestyle. So post a picture of you and your family, like me and Paul, maybe out in the gym or something like that. But it needs to be some type of lifestyle quote.
Yeah, so
or a lifestyle picture.
Yeah, it could be a check-in at the gym with, just whatever you're training, whatever. I'm super excited to be, hitting it at the gym again, or the organic meal, or you're at a restaurant or something like that where people know that you've changed the way that you're living. So. And
then the last post will be one post about you teaching about your product, and it will be in your product page. So I'll repeat these. When you brand yourself, you will be branding yourself 5 times every single day for the next 2 weeks. Or if you're committed to the 90-day game plan, then you will be branding yourself every single day consistently. And posts will consist of a health quote, a wealth quote, a body transformation picture, a lifestyle picture, and the last one you will post about teaching about your product in the product page.
Now guys, real quick, these 5 things you have to do every day. You don't have to do anything, but if you want to build a big business, we're assuming that you do. These 5 posts you will do every day for your business. You can post anything else that you want on your Facebook page. That's fine. We're not telling you not to do the other things like, your kid gets an award from school. Yeah, it's going to go up on your timeline. You just got a promotion or whatever. I don't know what it is, but
we needed you to be normal.
Yeah, show your normal life, but fit these 5 in on a daily basis for your business, okay? And work the rest in just like you normally do.
I saw a question because I know we have several new people following us. Paul and I will also go into the rule of 5, which will be tomorrow, and you need to make sure that you jump on this because, again, as you implement the 2-week turnaround, you'll go straight into the rule of 5, and then we go into the 90-day game plan, and Paul and I are literally on episode 56, 57. So we've been all doing this for like 2 months now. So if you're just now jumping on the train, you got some work to do really quickly to start organizing your business or organizing how you're going to be strategically doing your business now, because many of you are getting on Facebook or many of you are getting on Instagram, which by the way, we don't really want you using Instagram, but that's another episode. But you're throwing mud up against the wall and you're kind of disorganized, you're kind of floundering around, you don't know what you're doing. We're telling you step by step how to shift your business so that your business will begin to grow and then people will be attracted to you. What are you doing?
Real quick,
go ahead,
I saw a question at the bottom that, can we clarify the product post?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is in your product page. And if you don't know what that is or what we're talking about, we've covered this over the last handful, well, every day pretty much for 56 days. But this is a high energy, rather large, fast moving team page where everyone is, educating and posting about the products, welcoming new people in. We're going to get into all the details about it. But when you're talking about teaching people about the products, typically you don't want to be the expert. You want to give your particular perspective on this product. For example, in our company, the Ionics, something equivalent would be, oh, I love what the Ionics does for my stress levels. Then maybe use a tool that the company provides with an article or a picture telling about the benefits,
just
right?
Teach about the product.
Right?
There's so many websites that you can use, or you can have a picture and like, hey, this is liquid.
Yeah, you want to use the tools to do that too. So just keep that in mind. It's not as hard as you think.
I want to clarify. You should have a business page and a product page. And this product page, guys, this isn't part of the rule of 5 that we'll be teaching about tomorrow, but I'll give you a little heads up about what this is. The product page is a high energy page within your own team. Paul and I have one that has like 33,000 people. That's, Jill Bowman's, and then Tracy O'Malley has hers, Try for Change, and there's another one with Tanya Kirkpatrick's Free to Be. You want to have one product page that you're working your business in, and if you don't have a high energy product page, let's get to work because you need to open up one.
Okay, so what we're talking about branding. You will have your personal page, to which you will do those first 4 branding posts.
Yes, thank you, Lisa.
Then on that 5th post, the teaching about the product, that will be in the product page that you have. And she was mentioning a business page. We also have a business page for business education, things like that. Okay.
So we're not done with the 2-week turnaround. So let's just kind of recap real quick because some people are still not following. 2-week turnaround. You need to be adding value. You need to be reading each day so you can absorb the energy of the success author. You need to be branding yourself, and when you're branding yourself, you brand yourself 5 ways. A health quote, a wealth quote, body transformation quote, lifestyle picture, that's a body transformation picture, lifestyle picture, and then you'll be teaching about your product, one product in your product page. Okay. Now we need to keep going with the 2-week turnaround because the 4th part of the 2-week turnaround is that you will now need to be writing daily goals, which means that you need to go to Walmart or Target and get a couple of marble notebooks. Those that have been following us know exactly what we're talking about because we all have a couple of these marble notebooks, and every single day, we write our daily goals. It's the same goal. It's boring. It's monotonous. You're going to get a hand cramp. It's the same goal. It's the same goal.
Monotonous, right?
Every single day.
Okay.
So now that we're getting up at the 5 a.m. club, this will be what you're going to be doing at the second part or the second 20-minute part. Maybe you can just write some goals down that you'd like to achieve over the next 90 days. So
we typically break down the goals into 4 different categories.
I'm going to tell you all a cool story too.
Number 1, Now, you obviously have other goals than your business goals, but we're talking about business goals right now, so that's what we're going to emphasize. So number one, you write down your rank goal. What rank do you want to get to by when? Because every different company
you don't have to do it this way. This is just what we do.
Yeah, just what we do.
So you can borrow it if you'd like.
Yeah. So number one, your rank goal. Where do you personally want to get to and by when? Typically, we kind of break it down over a 90-day period to 6 months to 1 year. Okay. And then number two, we do a team goal. You know, where do we want our team to get to? We want to help our team make money. We want to help them become profitable in their business and start to flourish and thrive. If you don't have a team, your first team goal would be to create a team, right? Number three on the goals would be your money goal. And we get, like she said, we get paid the majority of our money on a weekly basis. So we write down a weekly goal. Now this goal will be the same goal until we reach it, and then we'll replace it with a new one. Remember, we're just repeating the goals over and over and over again. The last goal we write down on a daily basis for our business is the prestige goal. And the prestige goal is something more of like a bigger picture goal where, for example, you want to be on an industry video, or you want to be on stage speaking to people, or you want to make more of a positive impact on a larger scale, something like that.
Or maybe you just want to hug Kathy Krueger.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a prestige goal. That would be a fun one too, because, you know, these kind of things kind of give you that perspective of it's bigger than just me, and, you know, if I can attain this bigger picture goal, then that would be the coolest thing ever, right? That would be
every single day for the next 2 weeks and beyond, every day you will write these daily goals, and it's going to get monotonous, and you're going to go, this doesn't work, but I need to tell you that there is so much power when you write from pen to paper. Because let me tell you this, 6 months ago, Paul and I's prestige goal was to be in the old Stars magazine of my company. And guess what?
Just recently.
We are now in it.
Last week.
Do you see? I just got chills. I literally just got chills because I didn't realize until literally just like an hour ago before we got on Periscope. I was just kind of cleaning up, getting myself organized, and I went, "Oh, Paul!" And he went, "What?" And I go, "We did it."
I'm like, "What did we do?"
We did it. And I forgot that I wrote that prestige goal down because this is kind of what I do. It's kind of woo-woo, but I have like this mirror, right? And I wrote all of my goals and put them on top of the mirror to amplify what I wanted. So each day, I had this like on my little Pier 1 little table here, and every day I would walk by it so I could see this prestige goal. And I would say every day, whatever my little mantra, my little affirmation was. And then I kind of forgot about it. And it was at that moment that I forgot that I wrote that I wanted to be in my company's Star magazine, and I hit it.
No, guys, this is not to brag or anything. We're just saying goals. Writing down your goals works. We've done it. We've put our goals on the fridge, written them down, and then you know, a couple weeks go by, or a couple months go by, and all of a sudden we're there. Boom, right there.
But see, I have also when I want to get these. So don't forget to write down when you want these to happen. So it's almost like you're telling the universe or God exactly when you want this to happen, right?
Guys, we know that a dream, a goal is a dream with a date on it. If you don't have the date, it's just a dream. There's no way to attain it. You have to put a time frame on there. Now, that doesn't mean if you don't hit it that you give up. You just adjust the date.
You can also go to and find. This is called the Universal check, or I think you get it on like secret.tv. Yeah. It's just a check, a blank check that you can write to yourself. My company has their own blank checks. That's something else that you could write down and look at each day.
We've all heard of the famous story about Jim Carrey. He wrote $10 million on his personal check.
That was pretty cool.
Put it in his pocket, and after about 5 or 7 years, whatever, he started to get paid $10 million a picture. So it's just a matter of that energy exchange with the universe. But the key to exchanging energy with the universe is to write it down. You have to use it. Like the pen is magic almost.
Okay. So back to the 2-week turnaround. We got one last one, and that is affirmations. But what Paul and I teach with these affirmations is that you don't want to just say any affirmation or write down any affirmation and go about your business. you want to attach emotion. This is where you attach emotion.
This is it, yeah.
You attach emotion into your goal writing, and you attach emotions into your affirmations. Now, Paul and I have a stack, or at least I do, I have a stack of index cards, and I write all of my affirmations on these index cards, and I have them in my gym bag as well as my glove compartment. So if Paul is driving, I'll bust out my affirmations, and I'm reading them to Paul. But here's a little tip for you. I want you to take the focus off of yourself on some of these affirmations and begin to bless other people. I bless my team. I bless Jill Bowman, who's my business partner. I bless any leader that has done anything for me and has helped me become a better leader and a better human being. I bless everybody. I bless my right leg goes boom. I bless my left leg goes boom. I bless Gloria and Farah. I touch every single person that I can possibly imagine that's in my business. Bless them, bless them, bless them. And every day, like one of my favorite affirmations that I say with emotion is, every day, in every way, my life gets better and better. Every day, in every way, my life gets better and better. Every day, in every way, my life gets better and better. And you say it with such intensity and such emotion when you say these affirmations, but every day you will say these affirmations with emotion. Do you want to say your favorite one?
Yeah, I'll say my favorite one, but again, guys, this is why we laid out the rules of the game. Again, you are responsible for your results and your efforts. So if you're saying, well, I'm just not feeling it, I just don't feel like getting in that mood to, feel like, oh, every day and every way my life gets better. But listen, take some responsibility for yourself. We're talking about changing your life over the next 90 days. Guys, it's going to take work, conscious effort to break old habits and replace them with new ones. So take responsibility, and when you don't feel like doing it with enthusiasm, get out of the funk, put on your favorite song, run around the car or around the block, and do something different to get something different, guys, okay? So take your responsibility there. But one of my favorite affirmations is, and it's a wealth-based affirmation I've been saying for years, God's wealth is circulating in my life. God's wealth flows to me in avalanches of abundance. All my needs, desires, and goals are met instantaneously through infinite intelligence, for I am one with God, and God is everything. So, and I would repeat it over and over and over and over again in my mind, out loud. Yeah, Tony Robbins, right? So I adopted his wealth affirmation. So you guys can go find it, but it becomes part of you. You start to get chills when you say it, things like that.
Do you see the difference between other people that just tell you about affirmations, and then when you add your own emotion to it, you can feel it? That is what raises your vibration. This is what gets you connected to your purpose.
The new energy, right? So that the mechanics and techniques work, right? Everything fits together. So we're going to recap this so that because we probably lost some people. So come back around here.
This is the 2-week turnaround. If you're just brand new, some people are like, oh my God,
yes,
I don't know if I can do this. But you can, and your business and your life will shift.
It's actually designed to be so simple that anybody could do it, so that you can duplicate it to your team. Okay.
Perfect. So just a recap, and then we'll let you guys enjoy your amazing Monday. I know many of you are getting your notifications from our company, which is always a blessing. And remember, each time you get a notification, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless each time that you get paid by our company. So to do the 2-week turnaround, you will be implementing these things every single day over the next 2 weeks. And then once the 2 weeks over, you're just going to keep repeating it.
Just repeat it
Never
again.
stop adding value to people's lives. If you want to be and kick things up a notch, then join us on the 5 a.m. club, and you can begin implementing very easily reading every single day during, about 5:20. But make sure that you are reading every single day so you can absorb the energy of the author subconsciously. And what else? Whether it's just 1 page, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever.
Just stay consistent with whatever you choose.
Then you're going to be branding yourself, but each day you're going to be branding yourself 5 times. And if you are comfortable in kicking it up a notch for the 90-day game plan, then I highly encourage you to kick this up a notch. But on your personal page, you will do a wealth quote, a health quote, a body transformation picture, #nutritional cleansing or #superfood nutrition. Please don't leave anybody hanging by just saying, oh, awesome transformation, and then take off. Let people know that you have the solution. The fourth branding would be a lifestyle picture of you at an organic restaurant, or maybe you at the gym, yoga, whatever you'd like to do. And then on your high energy product page, you will teach one product. That is about branding yourself. And then we go into the next part of the 2-week turnaround, which is writing your daily goals. Daily goals. Hand cramp. It's not sexy. It's not fun. It's monotonous. It's boring. But it will change your life.
And then the last one is the affirmations. But say the affirmations with emotions. This will get you into a new state. It will change the energy. It'll change the way that your goals show up. It'll change the way that you can add value to people's lives. Guys, remember in the beginning we talked about crazy train management? The whole 2-week turnaround is designed to get you off the crazy train.
Why?
Why? Because it starts everything that we've talked about. Takes the focus off of yourself and starts to put it on other people. So again, number 1 of the 2-week turnaround, adding value.
Takes the focus off of you.
Focus on others.
Put it on others.
Number 2, reading. Takes the focus off of you, starts to put it on the energy of this particular author. Number 3, branding, right? Takes the focus off of you. Can I do this? Is this going to be worth it? Can I work this out? To just getting the work out there, posting those 5 things.
Remember, when you're posting, when you're branding yourself, no expectations. You probably won't get any likes. You probably won't get any comments. Do it anyway. I'm going to teach you how to manipulate the Facebook algorithm, but I just need you to get into the habit of posting 5 times a day with no expectation. Yeah.
And then number 4 is daily goal writing. Again, takes the crazy, gets you off the crazy train, gets you focused on what you do want rather than what you don't want. And then the last one is the affirmations with emotions. Clearly takes you off the crazy train, puts you back into a state of getting something that you do want in that energy space that you want to be in to start attracting the good into your life. So this 2-week turnaround, you got to do it every day. You can't do it 3 days in a row and take a break and say it didn't work. You can't do that and then go back into it and say, well, Paul and Lynette don't know what they're talking about. Guys, the people that have put this in their daily routine for a minimum of 2 weeks, they've started to see a shift in their business. But here's the funny thing about it. What's actually shifting is here. They think that the business is shifting, but it's actually this that's shifting.
The whole energy is shifting.
And then their world shifts, right? So
somebody messaged me yesterday and going, holy crap, Lynette, it works. Yeah, it works. Because you know why? You're no longer blocking yourself anymore.
Guys, now you're in a rhythm and you're just focused on your goals and you're affirming the things you want. You're blessing your team and everything starts to seem like it's working out.
No. Your product page is a private. It is a private product page, just like you will have a private business page for your team.
Guys, if you're not familiar with the product pages, we will go into that, and I apologize, we can't go into that now because we cover so much information. We want to honor your time, but we will cover a lot of new things. If you're new with us, a lot of new things over this week because we're getting you geared up.
Just remember, when you're branding yourself, I told you to brand yourself 5 ways. The first 4 ways is on your personal page. The last one is on your product page. Remember, you're teaching about the product in the product page. You don't teach about your product on your personal page because nobody knows what you're talking about.
There's no context to it. They don't know what you mean.
Okay, perfect. So if you have any other questions, please get with your leader or your team. Maybe you can collaborate with them.
And guys, I saw some people at the bottom say, you know what, this is good information and you should have your team on it. Definitely get your team on. We'll talk to anybody. We'll help anyone. You know, we do these Periscopes to benefit whoever is on it. We're not necessarily all connected, but we are connected. You know what I mean? So the good, whatever good comes out of your life is good for the entire industry, is good for our life. You know what I mean?
Perfect. Thank you, Kayla, for reminding everybody. Leaders, please hide your friends list. Okay? I'm not going to go into how to do that, but please hide your friends list.
Yeah. So
okay. Anything else? Do you have any questions that we need to ask for clarity before we take off?
Yeah.
Paul and I are going to go to the gym. We always go to the gym. Paul and I are very consistent. We're committed to you. That's why we're on episode 56 or 57. I can't even remember now, but we're consistent every single day at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for you to train. Not only you, but for our team as well. And then we go to the gym right afterwards. So we're very consistent with everything that we do in our life.
Yeah.
So same affirmation for 2 weeks straight. Yes.
Okay, so yes.
Or you can add, I've got like 26 affirmations.
You can always add them into your routine, but you'll actually find that certain affirmations will serve you for a certain amount of time, and then you'll actually move on to other ones. So my wealth affirmation I've been using since I was 17 years old. And it stuck with me, and I love it, and it works for me.
Yeah. Great question about how to manipulate the Facebook algorithm. That's not today's episode because that is an entire episode on how to change the Facebook algorithm. But just trust us in the process and just getting into the habit of posting, and then I'll teach you how to change the Facebook algorithm.
Okay, so real quick, there was a question, turning it up during the 90-day game plan, how would you post more? What would you post more specifically of? You would repeat the 5 posts over and over and over again. Does that make sense? Okay. So you're gonna do these same posts. You're gonna repeat them. You're gonna go through one cycle and then repeat it again.
But don't be just so business oriented. Don't be weird.
Just be your normal person.
Be a normal person and add your family, add your dog, add whatever it is that you normally do. But also add in the additional 5 things that I'm telling you as well, okay? Because we need to kick things up a notch. We're in a 90-day game plan. We're not playing anymore. I need to change the Jesus. I was trying to be all serious about this. But what I'm trying to say is that Paul and I want to change the trajectory of your life and your business.
We do.
And the only way you can do this is if you start organizing yourself now with how to implement key steps in building your business. No more flipping and trying to figure out what you're doing and throwing mud up against the wall. It doesn't work anymore. So you need to be very strategic. Everything that I do is strategic on Facebook. Every single move is strategic, and you will now be strategic as well. Okay? So if some things aren't as clear, stay with Paul and I. We are layering every single day, and as we go into the rule of 5 tomorrow, I bet things will make sense for you too.
Yes, you'll see how that fits together.
So try your best to go ahead and go to Walmart, Target, get yourself a couple of marble notebooks, and let's get this game rolling.
Awesome, guys.
Perfect. We love you as always. Want nothing more to add value to your life, because you guys are adding value, so much value back to our life with your beautiful messages that we'll eventually get through all of them. But thank you so much. And I mean that. You know, we have over like 300 followers. Oh my God, how many followers now?
Over 900.
Oh, 900 followers. Jeez. It's crazy.
But guys, anyway, the whole reason that we want to do is just to help you get moving, get results, and realize that you were right when you saw this as a vehicle to get to your dreams. You were right. We're just going to show you a way to do it with information we've collected, pieced together from other leaders, and just presenting it to you in our style.
We're not changing anything that Jill Bowman's taught us, or Tracy O'Malley, or Tanya Kirkpatrick, and some of these amazing leaders. Yeah. We're just presenting it into a nice package for you, so you can unravel it and go, oh, this makes sense. One-stop shop, right?
Yeah. So tomorrow, rule of 5. You guys are awesome. Have an amazing Revenue Monday.
Don't get your hair done.
Set the tone of the week today. Set the tone of the week today. You guys are going to rock this week. Let's all do this together. Okay?
Perfect. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, my cue? Oh, we got to say my cue. We want nothing more than for you to live the most extraordinary life.
Always free from physical and financial pain.
So join us on our mission.
Because it's a stone cold fact.
Guys, we do. We have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. We love you.
See ya.